Our first attribute for our students is adaptability. Simply put, we want our students to both accept and thrive in a changing world.
One of the things is that the landscape is changing, and as the landscape changes, we have to make sure that we are preparing ourselves and our students for what is out there.
I think that adaptability is so spot on, especially for this exact situation.
We have thought about what is the future of our kids? What is the future of work? What is the future that we need to prepare them for? Well, guess what? That future just met us right now.
When the pandemic hit, our kids had to pivot immediately. They showed incredible resilience and embodied this attribute so well. Learning takes effort, and online learning requires focus and dedication.
So it made me challenge myself and, go outside of my box and be more creative in my way of learning.
I would argue that our kids have always been adapting.
They just know how to be a little bit more flexible. I mean, just because of how rapid things change.
Whether it's new leadership, a new principal, you get a new teacher, particularly when you get in middle school and high school, every year your teachers look different. You are adapting and we don't even know that we're adapting.
I don't want to be the same person I am like 2 weeks from now. I want to be better. I want to better myself every day.
I mean, you'll be working on something and the priority shifts, you're asked to work on something else. And if you don't have these adaptability skills, it's going to be hard for you to move from one to another quickly.
You can kind of change your course without negatively impacting the outcome. So you'll still get the desired outcome that you wanted, but you might just get there a different way.
And we find that that's the most compelling part of this work is how do we equip them to thrive in that rapidly changing and very complex world.
Accepting and valuing those who are different from us is at the core of global empathy.
Global empathy was something big that I learned from Columbus North International High School. It's a school where there's literally represents over 20 different countries. So many different languages are spoken at that school.
And it's very normal for me to see a kid say, hola, and then ni hao. I think that's one of the most beautiful things. We don't feel different, we feel unique. The difference is it became an asset. It's not like something we have to hide.
Columbus City Schools, I think as an organization, really allows for an unprecedented level of multicultural exposure, more than our surrounding district counterparts. We are so diverse here.
We serve lots of economic levels, so it's a multifaceted district.
And our kids see things differently. They're incredibly diverse, right? Much more acceptance of people who aren't like them, whether it be sexual orientation or race or gender identity.
If you haven't guessed by now, we see our diversity as one of our biggest strengths.
In order for us to fully realize that as a strength, we also have to be curious about one another's perspectives, life experiences, and the assets they bring to the table.
You should be there for your fellow human. And I think that it's important to teach kids that as young as we can.
I like my friends because they share. And by my friends, I don't want to make them angry or sad. I just want to cheer them up and make them happy.
Different people doesn't mean different things. Like, say a person is lighter than you. What does that mean?
You meet so many new people, different people. You get to know all these different cultures because you meet friends from countries you've never even heard from.
The world is bigger than just ourselves.
If you think of the world as all just one skin color, one religion, one culture, it's gonna be more boring because you're not gonna understand how other people feel.
The ability to be able to disagree and to be able to articulate your opinions and perspectives without being, confrontational necessarily, but also listening to one another.
Accepting and valuing those who are different from us is at the core of global empathy. It's about taking action to celebrate and protect our differences.
They are our leaders right now. They are pushing us to be better and to think better as grown-ups. And that's exactly what we need and what we're looking for.
The death of George Floyd, added an additional layer that we have kind of swept under the rug for a long time, and that's around inequity and racism.
Our students were a vital part of helping our entire community know that there were things that we just can't tolerate as citizens. And we want our students to be change agents, and they really showed us that they could be. And I think we're very proud of that as a district, to know that our students are willing and able to stand up for the things that they know are right.
This is the place where I live too. We always want to make the world a better place, so why not start now instead of waiting until it's too late?
We have to continue to march, continue to protest, continue to converse.
Greatness doesn't just happen. It is created one step at a time. A skyscraper starts with one plan. A masterpiece starts with one simple brushstroke. And a student fully prepared to lead and serve begins with one community pulling together for the benefit of all. One teacher can inspire. One caring adult can support. One idea can change everything. Over the next 5 years, Columbus City Schools is embarking on a path guided by our students and their families.
To our students, you are the reason that we're doing all of this important work. It is important for us that you are successful. Now we're more intentional. Now we're focusing on the priorities that we believe are important for our students right now. Our portrait of a graduate is Columbus City Schools community coming together, stating that these are our hopes and dreams and aspirations for our students. We must put our students out front. They can do it. They have demonstrated across our district and other places that if you provide for them the environment for them to thrive, they can do the unimaginable. Now we have 4 priorities that we are focused on. Columbus City Schools will be whole child focused. And what that means is that we will focus not only just on academic, but also social and emotional well-being of our students. Equitable opportunities for all students in Columbus City Schools means that every student, regardless of your background, will have an opportunity to be successful. Strong learning communities in every region means regardless of where our students go, we have to make sure that our students are learning in 21st century facilities. Authentic engagement is so important. Why? Because we want to make sure that everyone has a voice and that we're intentional of making sure that we are including all stakeholders. In order for these 4 priorities to be realized, it is important that we have a foundational system of support. So there is a role for every one of our employees to play to ensure that we have 21st century classrooms, our students are leading the way, and that portrait of a graduate is realized.
The past 2 years have been incredibly challenging, but we know that as one community, working towards one goal, that we are up to the task at hand. Every journey begins with one step, and our journey begins today.
So we're in this together. Be committed to the next steps with us. We're going to be committed, we're going to be transparent, but together we can be transformational.
You are far smarter than I was when I was your age, and you will be far smarter than any of us ever will be. And this is because your generation is so innovative, so creative, and you understand your role and your civic duty in making our society better.
Senior to sophomore will definitely benefit you in the future, and I am so happy that you guys chose to take your senior year to pack it on with so many college courses. I know it was hard, and you're probably so glad that it's over, but I promise you it was worth it. I was a part of Ohio State's academy, and whenever I had an issue, Miss Raspberry was my first person that I went to.
You know, she is really an amazing person, and she is very passionate about what she does. I couldn't ask for a better support system in this program, and I'm just very thankful for the program and thankful for you too. Thank you.
But most importantly, I now understand that taking a course shouldn't just be about making the A's, but actually learning to love like whatever course you're taking, because that will really pull you through even in the times you don't want to study. You're like, I really like this class, so I'm just gonna do it anyways.
I actually found myself becoming really complacent in high school classes. It was really easy, there was no studying. It was just do the work and you get an A. So I'm really grateful for this program to allow me to challenge myself and kind of gain back my drive that I had lost and get me to who I am today.
Exposure changes expectations, but experiences changes lives. We always have to make sure that we give our
Good morning, everyone. I am calling our special board meeting on August 29th to order. Please call the roll.
President Adair.
Present.
Ms. Beckerly.
Present.
Mr. Brown.
I'm here.
Mr. Cole.
Here.
Dr. Pierce. Vice President Reyes.
Here.
And Ms. Vera. You have a quorum, Madam President.
Thank you. On this morning's agenda, we have one item in board matters regarding the collective bargaining agreement with CEA, and then we will adjourn. Is there a motion to approve our agenda?
So moved. Second.
Any changes, additions? Hearing none and without objection, the agenda has been adopted. Go ahead and move into board matters. For the resolution, Board Member Beckerly.
I move to approve the resolution of the approval of the collective bargaining agreement with the Columbus Education Association.
Second.
Is there any comments, questions? Please call the roll.
Ms. Beckerly.
Yes.
Mr. Brown.
Yes.
Mr. Cole.
Yes.
Vice President Reyes.
Yes.
Ms. Vera.
Yes.
President Adair.
Yes.
That motion carried.
Thank you. We will do signing in a moment, so we'll have President Caniglio come up, and I want to let the board members take a moment to share any thoughts about what this contract means to us and to our children. Go ahead.
Sure, I'm very pleased that we've reached an agreement that is clearly in the best interests of our students, our families, our employees, and the entire community. I think it's important that we focused on kids as our highest priority, and I think it's important, and I think we achieved that in this agreement. And I think that it's important that this board not only stay focused on that, but kept a focus on the entire community and our fiscal responsibility to this community. I want to thank CEA and for helping us get to this point and to come up with solutions to the issues that we had. Thank you.
Thank you. Other members? Rivera?
I also, echo Board Member Brown's sentiments. We respect our teachers, and we are really grateful for their work and their support. And we are, open and excited about what's to come in terms of how we continue to push our district forward. But collectively, together, we're going to do that work together. And to our students, happy, first day, right? It's going to be a great year, and we hope that you have an amazing year. And so thank you, CEA, and thank you to our community and our teachers. And together, we will be able to push this district forward.
Other members? Cole?
Thank you, Madam President. I clapped in some students this morning at our boys' prep school, and it was a wonderful thing to not only see our students walking in, and many of them really ready to go and dress for business, but to see our educators, our instructors, our teachers walking in with them and ready to work as well. This is what public education is supposed to be about. Solidarity is not just a term for a faction of people, a small faction of people who use that as their call to action. It is a collective term that we all use together. Solidarity means solidarity for Columbus City Schools. And I look forward to working on solidaire and solidarity with our teachers and our other employees as we work to make this the place that each child is highly educated, prepared for leadership and service, and empowered for success as citizens of a global community. Thank you.
Other members like to say anything? Dr. Pierce.
So now that I am not virtual and in the room, I would like the record to reflect that my vote is yes for this item. I am excited to continue the momentum that CEA was able to build with our community, excited to work with community members, with parents, as well as additional elected officials to advance public education for the betterment of our district and for the entire state of Ohio. I think the fact that our board has been so committed to putting students at the center and CEA has partnered with us in this work is a tremendous opportunity for our community. And I'm super excited for not only what this year will bring, but what future years will bring for our students.
Thank you, Dr. Pierce. Member Beckerly.
I want to echo everything that everyone else said, and I would like to highlight some of the things that are exciting about that many of the provisions in this contract are already examples of us collaborating together and solving problems through discussion and creative problem solving. I'd just like to lift up one that is an example that I hold dear, which is the offering special education teachers the option of either taking a day in order to get their IEPs done or opting to get reimbursed for hours spent outside the classroom, which is also, which is often, certainly in my experience, the way IEPs normally get done. And that's an example of us listening to each other, thinking through the problem, and trying to solve the problem creatively. And I think there are quite a few examples of that in this contract, and I'm encouraged by that. I'm also encouraged by CEA's agreement to work collaboratively with the board to ensure that our schools are properly funded. I think that's a really significant statement, and I think that we need to go forward together and do this work together. I think there's no denying CEA's capacity to generate public opinion, to influence public opinion and to get their message out, and that we need to be harnessing that and working together to make sure our schools are funded, and that's really significant. And I think both of those things, the first one's an example of several contract provisions that are examples of that collaborative problem solving, and CA's commitment to collaborative work with us are examples of adult behavior change that's going to improve the outcomes for our kids. And that is what it's all about, and I think that's where we are, and I'm excited to be moving forward.
Vice President Reyes.
Thank you, President Dare. I too just want to thank the CEA for their partnership for this year. I'm excited for this year. I saw some of my neighborhood children go off to their first physical day today, so they're really excited. Talked to a couple kindergartners and look forward to spending a lot of time with a lot of our students today. Thankful that we have our entire team, not only our CEA, our OPSE, our principals, and our community. I just want to make sure that we continue this momentum. Our children are going to need you. We are still coming out of a pandemic. So I am wishful and hopeful that our entire community will rally around our teachers and around our, especially our kids, and look forward to a wonderful year.
Thank you. There is no us versus them. There is only a we, and we are CCS, and we are all here for our students to ensure that they have exactly what it is they need. We have huge systemic issues to fight together. A lot of things need to happen in urban education to put it at the level that we know our children deserve. I do want to thank CEA, as I did last night at the press conference, for fighting. They were able to gain attention that, quite frankly, the board was not able to, even though we've been trying. And so we have to work collaboratively together. We also know that the members of CEA are part of a profession that's also being undervalued and attacked. And we here at the table extremely value the work and contribution that all members make. Without you, our mission cannot be done. And so we will also continue to fight to ensure that we, at some point, get to be the top paying district in all of our education professions, that we are the premier public school district here in Ohio, that we are the model of urban education across this country. And I know that we can do that because as was demonstrated from the support of our teachers, from community, from businesses, from other electeds, that support is there. And we just need to channel it in the right direction and make sure that we are really acting on behalf of our students. So I again want to thank CA members for approving this contract. It's a great contract for you, for us, and most importantly, for our children. Thank you. So we're going to go ahead and do the signing. President Caniglio. Vice President Hayes, are you joining? And other members of CEA?
Three of you. They've got Teresa, you, and Julie. And Mike DeFabo. Mike here.
And with that, members, we will just need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Without objection, we are adjourned.